All right, Leo, check this out, my son. Check this out. I went to Google and asked this question. What is the most fundamental pattern in trading? Now, listen to the answer. This is what the new Jack had to face every single day. The most fundamental pattern in trading isn't a single complex shape. It's not. There is not more important. None. And then immediately they put you into this Elliott wave pattern, 7 wave. It blows my mind. Oh, isn't it? Let's see if it's true. Let's see it in the macro impulse retracement, impulse retracement, impulse retracement. No, that is not more important pattern. Of course not. Now, watch this. Let's get a little shorter here because this is fractal. They tell you that? No, no, they don't know. You have to learn Elliott wave, which I believe the market do move in wave. But then Elliott wave principle, you have to go crazy because it's like 7 ways, and then you measure the other one, and it had to be a Fibonacci level. Oh my God, bro! This is what the new Jack is facing. You enter right now today at the market. That's why you are dead. You must be dead because the information is absolutely destroyed. All right. Now you are lost. You have to pay $3,000, go 3 days to Florida, and then come back Monday believing that you can take money from me and have 30 years doing this. You see the insanity of this. All right. Now, there is no more important part. Impulse retracement. Where? Back to support here. Can you see it? Can you see it? Can you see it? Impulse retracement. Where? Back to support here. Impulse retracement. Back to support. But there is none. There is none major pattern that you can look at it. Oh my God, bro. Now, I can teach this to anyone in about 20 minutes. I just show it to you. Now, what you need to do is practice and develop the eye. And after you got that, you cannot unsee it. You cannot unsee it. All right? This movement is fractal. What does that mean? Is this saying in 1 minute or in 1,000 years? Let's see it. 1 minute. What do you see? Impulse retracement. Impulse retracement. Of course, the movement here are shorter and faster because it's 1 minute. But nevertheless, look, impulse retracement. Where? Right here. Support. Boom. Impulse retracement. Impulse retracement. Impulse retracement. But there is not a most important part. Now, why this is the most relevant thing you can learn in trading? Because this shows you the balance of force between the buyers and the sellers. Nothing happened, at least in this planet, from the physical point of view, that doesn't have an unbalance of force. You cannot walk if you're not on balance of force. You have to be falling and stop on time, falling and stop on time. There is got to be a balance of force. Internal combustion engine cannot move if you don't have an imbalance of force. You cannot survive if your heart is not have low pressure and high pressure. There is no circulation. Same thing happens in refrigeration. Refrigeration cycle cannot exist if you don't have different pressure, high pressure, low pressure. The gap move. In order for the to be movement in planet Earth and on another planet, it must be an unbalance of force. But Google tell me that it's not important. Then there is no one particular pattern that is the most relevant. I cannot freaking believe this. Now you are a new Jack, and what you do? You fill the chart with indicators, useless indicators. People, think about this. The broker is gonna give you the indicators for you to make money. That blows my mind, bro. That blows my mind. It's amazing to me. It's amazing to me that this is what they teach the new Jacks. If you are a new jack and you follow the garbage that you see in YouTube, you will die. You will die. All right? If you don't learn that the market move in impulse and retracement, and you seek for these situations, I don't know what the hell are you doing. All right? There is no need or no indicator to trade. Zero. There is no need. Do I believe in indicator? Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let me show you this. But it had to be used in the context. Let me see if I have it in here. In the context of the same concept. All right. We have impulse, the blue line, retracement, impulse. Can you see that? It's fractal. Let's move to 5 minutes. Impulse, retracement. You see the retracement? Buy. Let's go 1 minute. Impulse, retracement, buy. When you use the indicator in the context of the concept of movement, basic movement, then it's relevant. Then it's relevant. Any other way, you are crazy because the indicators are behind. But if you use it in the context of the movement itself, are very helpful to get in, get out, or see a general uh, energy. Here is to the upside. All right? In 1 minute, in 5 minutes to the upside, in 10 minutes, in 15 minutes, in 20 minutes, in 30 minutes, in 1 hour. This is the goal. Gold and indices, major trends are mainly moving. Well, gold is different, but indices, they move most of the time to the upside. But they tell me that this is not a relevant thing, that this is not. Then what you have to do is Elliott wave. Good luck. Look at this shit. It's amazing. This is what New Jack is going to learn? Oh, come on, bro. Yeah, because the reason for this is they have to sell you stuff. They have to sell you stuff. All right? I just show you a strategy. The thing you have to do, you have to practice. You have to practice. And then when you see this, you cannot unsee it. You need no indicator whatsoever to see this. It's amazing, bro. It's amazing how the New Jacks are getting killed. And then they have the balls to say, oh, yeah, 95% of credit money. Of course they do. If you follow the garbage in YouTube. Why? Because I had to sell you a training. I had to sell you a book. I had to sell you thousands of dollars in BS and frustrate the hell out of you because it's a major market of guys looking for BS and they forgot fundamental of movement. My father was a mechanical engineer. I studied electrical engineer. And he told me when you're troubleshooting and you cannot find the problem, you stop, walk out of the place, smoke a cigarette because the guy was a smoker, and go back to fundamental. Where in this cycle the refrigerant is liquid? What happened? Is the refrigerant evaporating? What is the pressure? You go back to zero and you eliminate all the little bells around, little lights and shit like that in the equipment. You go to fundamental. I don't know if you ever call customer service or your computer is broken. What is the first question they ask you? Sir, is your computer plugged? This blows my mind. I go like, what? It has so much statistical relevance that they had to ask that question because they need they go through a process and then the computer wasn't plugged. And the guy said, oh, I'm sorry. The computer was off. How many times have you heard that guys disassemble a car and it had no fuel? It happened all the freaking time. It happened to an expert? I doubt it. But a new mechanic can easily dismantle. It's amazing, bro. Let me tell you a story. One day, my father sent me to check this unit. It was a Chinese supermarket, all right? And I go there and I start measuring shit. All of a sudden, I got to the conclusion that one of the phase of electricity coming in, because this equipment use three-phase electricity. So I say, Dad, no, wait, I had to get out of the place because at that time there was no, how you call, cell phone or radios or anything. I had to go out, look for a telephone, clickety, clickety, and call my father. Hey, Dad, I think one of the phase coming from the transformer is dead. And I hear this silence. And I can think that my father say, this guy is out of his mind. Imagine an electrical engineer. Uh, what a coincidence that I find an electrical problem of that magnitude. I say, hold on a second, son. You're telling me that one of the phase from the transformer, yeah, I don't know if you understand what I'm talking about. This is a major problem. The supermarket had to close. They had to change those transformers. It's a major job to do that. And then he told me, okay, you know what? Do me a favor. Go back again and check this particular part. It comes the experience, all right? And when I go there, there is a winding on the back of the contactor. It's 24 volts, something like that. And I measured that shit. That was the problem. It freaking took, it's like $3 to do that. I was like, God damn, bro. It's the same thing. It's the same exact thing. If you do anything in mechanic, in painting, in anything that you do with your hands, you find the same problem. You start fixing the air gun and it's the compressor and it's not working. It's the same thing, people. All right, it's the same thing, Leo. You gotta concentrate in the fundamental of movement. I'm talking about fundamental of economy. That's another ball game. But the fundamental of movement. And look, this was a fundamental uh, of economy. The dollar dropped. Look what happened. What? Why? The balance of force. It's a balance of force, people, between the US dollar and the gold. And look what happened. Boom. And even though this is a fundamental change, where did it stop? Look to the left. You cannot make this shit up, people. Can you see this? Can you see it? Right here, dead. Stop there. Retracement, establish a new high. Impulse, retracement, buy, 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 buy. When you see this, you cannot unsee it. And it's so freaking simple, and you don't need no indicators. You need patience because these candles are 1 hour. This pullback happened 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 9, 10, 10 hours. But you can put your order here, here, here. Let me say, if you put an order here, buy, right here, buy, boom. You put an order down here. You buy on the bottom of the candle and you sell on the top of the candle. You put an order here, order here, order here, sell, fill. How long does it take to show this to anyone? 20 minutes, maybe 30. Now, can I sell you another book now? No! And that's the whole point, all right? We had to confuse the thing. And we had to change the name of the thing. Supply and demand is not support and resistance. Change your character. What the hell is that? Change your trend. And I go, no, what am I reading here? It's amazing, people. Just to sell you some bullshit. I had to give a name to stuff. Americans are expert. Oh, this is the CCT point, and this is the QQT point, and this is that. I have a friend, he called me. And oh, I'm looking at the market thing. I know you're doing this. I can see that in this, on this, the Haking Chin and the Peking thing. Bro, what the hell are you talking about? Oh no, because the Japanese rice maker used this BS about Heikin what was it? And I go, yo, the gringos have to, they are making you talking in Japanese now. No, the Heikin Yang, because the Chinese rice trader of 500 years ago. Bro, what in the hell are you talking about? What in the hell are you talking about? Learn the fundamental of movement. Impulse retracement. That is the most important thing you can ever learn and visualize in any chart from 1 minute to 1,000 years. If that don't happen, there is no trading, there is no movement. It's a physical law. So put attention, learn this. You can make a nice life living with this. Bye. Talk to you later.